Hey guys, this is what you're looking at, and today we have my airsoft gun review on the Echo One Redstar LMG. Hope you enjoy the video. So giving a quick backstory on the Redstar LMG, this is, as I've already said, branded by Echo One. The gun itself is the RPK-74, which is the support style gun based off the AK-74 itself. The AK-74 is the newer improved version of the AK platform, sporting the 545 cartridge instead of the 762. Only difference you really see here in the gun from the real life one is going to be the magazines. Receiver and all is relatively going to be the same, and as you know, with this Echo One version at the $364.95 price point, you are going to be getting that full metal body and the real wood furniture. Starting off with the accessories first that you do get here with the Echo One Redstar LMG, you got the magazine. The magazine itself is an 800 round wind-up style magazine. Personally, I hate these mags. It takes a lot of winds just to get about 50 to 60 BBs out, and that's just not how an LMG is supposed to run. Moving on to the next accessory in the back of the gun, this is where most of our cons are going to lie with the gun itself. It's going to come with a 9.6 1200 milliamp nickel metal hydride battery, and that is all secured in the stock with a small Tamiya connector, standard fusing house with a fuse, standard wiring, and a metal plate held in by 2 screws. A lot of problems with this. One, with the torque of the motor and the spring you're trying to pull back, this 1200 milliamp testing battery is only going to last you only 1 mag. So that's going to do nothing in the field, and the fact that this butt plate is held on with 2 screws, that's going to require you to take a tool out in the field and at least a minute and a half to be able to change that battery. Very impractical. It would have been nice to see them to stay with the Tokyo Marui style sliding butt plate here on the back, and on top of that, when you do go to tighten this plate in, you will see that your wood will start to split on the outside edges of the stock itself. So a lot of cons, as you see right here with the stock, but you know, besides that, you're not going to find too many cons on this gun. Okay, so starting off with the pistol grip here, I like what they've done. They've kept it plain Jane, just like any other 74 style grip. You got the staplings right there in the middle. You got a standard color, nothing too fancy here, and on top of that, the grip itself has no wobble even for the weight of this gun, so that's really nice to see. Moving on to here, we got the trigger guard, trigger, and magazine release. Of course, that magazine release is going to be ambidextrous as it's located on the bottom and not on the sides. Trigger and trigger guard is going to be metal. Moving up here to your scope mount, I like what they've done here too. They've pinned it into the receiver, not welded it. That's keeping it true to the actual firearm. Moving on to the trades, this is where Echo One kind of started falling off the cliff again. They put on the trades that this gun is a 7.62 version, when in fact it should be the 5.45. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm almost certain that this is the 5.45 version of the support gun. Moving up here to the top, we have the rear sight assembly. Liking this a lot, keeping it more of that vintage look with the red paint for the adjustment settings, and the fact that the actual proper adjustment knobs are on the rear sight shows that Echo One is trying in some parts. Okay guys, and give one more look here at the wood furniture of the gun. This is real wood, not imitation wood, which is plastic. I find that the coloring is slightly lighter than you would see on the actual RPK, but that's fine. I love the tolerances in the wood furniture itself. You're not going to find any wobble in the front handguard. Put up there very nicely, you know, tapped right into place with that gas tube and your sight assembly and gas block. Stock is a different story. As I said, I'd give the stock probably a 2 out of 10. You're going to be getting a lot of wobble on this gun, which you will feel with the length and the weight of the gun itself. And just like the front handguard, the coloring is off, and you see it extra in the stock since it's bigger. Just don't like this stock. On the right side of the receiver, the first thing you will notice is the selector switch. In the completely up position, you will be in safe. Moving it all the way down, you will be in semi. And moving it to the middle, you will be in full auto. As you can see from right here though, the one con to that selector switch is that the paint does wear off pretty easily, but the selector switch itself does have a nice decisive click. Now to one of my favorite parts of this gun is going to be the bolt and the bolt assembly. Starting off with the top cover, as you see, we literally have no play here. You might find a model here and there that they produce that will have the slightest amount, but for the most part there's no wobble. Pushing that tab cover button, it comes right off and it reveals our bolt assembly. This is more of an ICS style. You get a spring and a spring guide that follows through this full metal bolt that is chunky, and it goes all the way up into the handguard. Able to do this because the battery is in the stock. With your selector switch down in either firing mode, not safe, the bolt goes all the way back and you're able to pull it forward. With that nice heavy bolt, the nice heavy spring, and being able to go all the way back, you get a nice bolt pullback and probably the best of any airsoft AK you'll find besides a gas blowback. On to the rest of the gun here. We start off with our gas block and the beginning of our outer barrel. Gotta admit, this is all really nice construction. The only thing I could really nitpick about the front here is that this part, the front part of the actual gas block that connects to your outer barrel, has a little bit of a seam line right here, and you get a little bit of a weird texturing in the middle. Besides that though, the front part of the gas block that attaches to your handguard and the whole outer barrel itself is extremely high quality, and you're getting no creaks and no loose parts up here in the front. Same as goes for the rest of the outer barrel, since it is one piece. Your bipod connecting part is of course just going to be standard. Good quality though. Your front sight, you will find a little bit of horizontal movement left and right when it's not mounted with the bipod. That can affect you if you are using iron sights. That will cause you to be offside every now and then. Flash hider itself is standard but nice of course. You're going to have the spring-loaded piece in right here, which has been made unmovable as the flash hider itself is glued in by Echo 1. The orange tip is a different story, just a plastic ring on the outside of the flash hider. So it's very easy to take off, but of course I don't advise it. Moving on to the bipod, as you can see it is a spring-loaded bipod. It is held into place by this one clamp right here that holds the bipod up and by the wood handguard, folding it inside into the gun. The actual feet of the bipod itself are pretty nice. Makes it nice if you're on softer ground. Of course, damp soil lets you dig in and shoot if you got to do that. Besides that though, there's really not much I can say about the bipod. Okay guys, so for the price point of $360 on AirsoftStation.com, is the Echo 1 Redstar LMG worth the buy? I'd have to say definitely. Based on the performance alone you will be getting out of the Echo 1 Redstar LMG, it's going to outrange and outgroup any other LMG you're going to buy out of the box. Yes, with the magazine issues you will have and battery storage issues that are hard to look over, you will find a lot of gripes with this gun you'll probably have right off the back. But if you can look past everything that is wrong with the stock, I'm sure with a couple of modifications and of an investment of about $80 to $100 into this gun between the stock and the magazine, you'll probably find an LMG that will not be matched at all on the field. So as far as ratings, performance, we're going to give this gun a 9.5 out of 10. No gun's perfect, but by far this gun gets pretty close to it. Externals, we're going to give this gun an 8 out of 10. Everything in front of the stock is going to be rock solid on this gun. Only thing in front of the stock that is questionable is going to be that front sight with a slight bit of wobble you're going to get. And all the problems will lie with the actual stock itself. Between the wobble and the small battery compartment you're going to have here, you're going to find that this stock will probably hesitate you to buy this gun. But as I've already said, you can look past that hesitation. This is probably going to be one of the better buys you make. Okay guys, I've done giving you my 2 cents on the Echo 1 Redstar LMG. At this point, all you can do is pick it up for yourself and try it out. If you guys are interested in getting this gun, I will have a link in the description below where you can pick it up for $360 on AirsoftStation.com. And until next time, this has been a Watchalewknat production. I'm out.